Good day to you. My name is Sevda Kovačeva, and I'm going to present to you the following lesson under the Ballard project. Lesson 1, Introduction to the module. This presentation has been prepared as part of the project Ballard, Boosting Positive Narrative on Romani Integration through Arts. Duration of the project 2020-2022. Responsible partner, the House of National Minorities Prague. This recording was made in 2022 by the House of National Minorities in Prague. Creative writing lessons. How to begin with creative writing? It's really nothing that difficult if you enjoy literature, and that is why you're here today. We will show you step by step in a few points what could make your writing easier in the beginning. Let's start with step 1. Write down your initial idea. For a start, just one sentence or a short paragraph with a story is enough. Try to play with it and then gradually develop the idea. Win with it and try to make your initial idea as interesting as possible. For example, the Roma boy called Valentin lives in the mountain city of eternal autumn. He gradually meets friends who will help him turn the sad city of autumn into the cheerful city of spring. If you think this foundation would already interest the reader, you have it fulfilled and you can go to the next step, which is step 2, annotation. Now we need to develop the original idea of the book of annotation, which can be seen normally at the back side of the books. A Roma boy named Valentin lives in the city of eternal autumn. Here he gradually meets interesting people and friends who live in the town with him. The first person he meets is the astronomer, who has fallen in love with the constellation Cassiopeia. The next person is Valentino's brother, who is trying to invent a yet undiscovered color. How interesting. Another character is Solomon, the star seller, who has a dream that one day, with the money he saves, he will buy all the stars in the sky and people will be able to look at the sky for free again. Valentin, with the help of his friends and brothers, manages to turn the city of eternal autumn into the city of eternal spring. And all the people in the story finally have their dream come true. This could be our annotation. I think it's already interesting enough. Step 3. Write the first page. And write not the first character, not the opening scene, but really the first page of your book. Finish it exactly where your writing editor thinks it works. Note: remember that the beginning should introduce the main characters in an interesting way and reveal the atmosphere, the theme, and the theme of the story. You're asking how to start writing. But the reader actually doesn't care about it. The reader will be interested in how and what the book will tell him. So, show him. Start writing. Step 4. Devise the first conflict. Plot. Once you have a clear beginning, you can get down to spicing up the story. This is the fun part of writing. If you feel like it, name the plot. Otherwise, try writing one scene where the plot gets complicated for the first time. It will probably be, or should be, very close to the first page you have already written. Let's go to step 5, and that's a very important part of the whole process. Take a moment to brainstorm. Think about events and scenes that should definitely appear in the story. Make a list of them and color code the ones in which the main character changes or develops in some way. You can also create a conflict map to help you with this. Try to share your idea with a friend or with a relative. Brainstorming with yourself is not that much fun. Step 6. Done. If you have gone through all 5 steps, you are all set. You already know what your story will be about, what the plot will be, what the main characters are, and you have also probably guessed that getting down to the business of writing and creating isn't such a big deal. Yes, you can do it. Let's go to step 7, the actual writing. After all, the most important part of creating a book is the writing itself. Without it, the bookstore shelves would be completely empty. If you're one of those writers who pro- procrastinate starting to write, you're probably overthinking your book or suffering from writer's block. In either case, it's a good idea to think twice about your story. If you need to, make sure you're well prepared for the writing process. So, don't wait too long and get started. Fingers crossed. After following this structure of the process of creative writing, we had a training in Prague in which took part Roma women, uh, and we actually start writing with them stories and created a real book. So if you have a few moments, I'll share with you our book. Let me switch my screen. Yes, here is the book. It's named, give me a second. It's named Romšti kamaradi. And in this book we have 10 Roma authors. It's under the Polar project. Here comes the introduction. The first story from Dama Ema Hrushkova. The story is in Romani language, and then we have translation in Czech language. The second story from Veronika Kacho. The third from Ilona Ferkova, again bilingual. The next story is from Maria Sivakova. From Rosalia Kokotkova. Svetoslava Podhradsko. Iveta Kokijova. Joshua Ferenc. Eva Kropivnicko. And that's the end of the book. As I said in the beginning, most of our authors are women, and they're mothers or grandmothers already. That's why they decided to write stories for children, suitable to read them, to tell them, bedtime stories, stories from their life. The editor of the book was Iveta Kokijova. She also did some of the translations to Romani language, and the corrections of the Romani language. The illustrations of the book are made by me, Sevda Kovashova. I also made the layout of the book. Here you see the digital version, but the book was printed, and it really looks good, I can say. The introduction. I'll just go through it again. I'll stop on some very favorite stories I have here. Let's say the first story. It's named Stars and Love, and it is about those two Roma children, a girl and a boy, which fell in love, and when they grew older, they actually got married, and it's a happy end and very interesting, very touching story. Another favorite of mine is this one from Ilona Ferkova. The story is named Veronica, simply Nika, and it is about this Roma girl, Veronica. She's kind of naughty, I can say even bad, not just in school, but also at home and with her friends. And one day, laying in the sofa, she had a dream. She entered the purple world, where she get a lot of adventures, and totally everything was purple. When she woke up like a better girl, and she starts to behave nice. Okay. This is also a very nice story. The name is Horror Samara. It's a horror story. From the lockdown, the author, Maria Hushova, with her two children, they were, like most of us, locked in their homes during the COVID-19 epidemic, and they were bored, and they had really long days and long evenings. So what to do? They start watching horror movies, and they were so very scared. And it's very interesting written story. Okay, that's it. And this page, Kamaradi EU, we also have some recordings, audio recordings of stories in Romani language. If you have a few more seconds, I will show you one of the recordings just to introduce you to the Romani language. The recording is made by Iveta Kukiova. Iveta Kukiova is a well-known Romani author in the Czech Republic, and she's cooperating with us. So let's go to the audio recording.
Romani paramisa gavoro. I marbut olestar sopes rakledui bare mursha, pescre familiența protan, sokamena sodui. Obare te ocikne. Obaro peske mišlinelas hojte hinobaru, ta ocikno lestar darala, de našela te otan avela leskru. Ča ocikno na daranđiljas, te terđolas prepeskru. Rodenas pescre familiengela čotan, kaj bibešenas teločonas čavoren. Rodenas priroda sohin žužo, jarkos, solestar šajpienas, džviri sobichanas. Chudle pestehala sinel, ko protan dživela. Zdelas pes hojpes avrimarna. Leciknoreske avljas premišlja te penjas, hoj korkoro odelme penel, ko dživla prekamadži puf. Je ketane gele pro nekbare der hedžos, te vičinde prodel. Devla pentu savi familia adaj dživla. Žikim odel penjas, tođas pes andre kada korkoro obenk. Bičađas pre puf operuma, prirodno na lačipen. E puf so kamenas, je kvar has aver. Kerđas pres bari hev, te ohedži pes uprevazle. Ani jekle muršendar na penjas lav. Odel dikelas so obenkerel te penjas. Bengeja imar prejač. Manušale, dživen, peha projektan. O murša prepeste dikle, haste dičel hojni savo na kamel. Odel pučljas. Soske prepeste avka diken, sar tebi kamenas te peste murdarel, soske na kamen. Obaro penjas. Obenk uprekerjas leciknes, hojte avel premili familia nalačo, penjazleske hoj sam nalače džene, ča aščao kada hoj sam bare. Hinčači pen pučljas odel leciknestar. Nanečači pen od penjas. Obenk uprekerjas Lebares, hoite avel premiri familia nalacho, penjazleske hoisam nalache jene, cha aščalkada hoisam cikne. Odel lačelc janelas, sarkada halaši sragos do perla, vaškada sik naš liljas, te muklja sapro čavore. Mek lačez hoj o čavore ajse gođaver, maškar peste pez rado dikenas. Hazlenge jek hoj kada ciknoro te koda igen baro, nakerenas averipen. Pirenas peha avri, bavinenas pes radisalionas, asanas tehas rado prosvetos. Nakamenas peste odmukel. Sa kerde perdal peskro. Sar obaro te ocikno dikenas prepeskre čavore, sar peha pes bavinen, tehine bahtale, avljazlenge but pregođi. Je ketane hudle te kerol gavoro, kaj savore bahtale ste dživen. Te kamena, te tumen, šaj peske kaj so gavoro keren korkore.
So, this was a fairy tale in Omani language, read by Iveta Kokiova, and this is the end of our lesson today. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.